That 70s Show was a popular sitcom that aired on Fox from 1998 to 2006. The show was set in the 1970s and followed the lives of a group of friends living in the fictional town of Point Place, Wisconsin. The show was praised for its humor and nostalgia, but it also had its fair share of controversies. Here are 10 dark truths about that 70s show. But before we get started, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. Number 10. The show was criticized for its portrayal of drug use. That 70s show often depicted the characters smoking marijuana and taking other drugs. The show's creators stated that they were trying to portray the drug culture of the 1970s accurately, but some critics felt that the show glamorized drug use and sent the wrong message to viewers. They argued that the show could have negative effects on young people, encouraging them to experiment with drugs. Critics also pointed out that the show did not show the negative consequences of drug use, such as addiction and overdose. Number 9. The show was accused of promoting casual sex. That 70s show featured many scenes of characters engaging in casual sexual encounters, and some critics felt that the show was promoting promiscuity. They argued that the show could harm young people's sexual behavior by making it seem normal or acceptable to have multiple sexual partners without any emotional commitment. Critics also pointed out that the show did not show the negative consequences of casual sex, such as sexually transmitted infections or unintended pregnancies. Number 8. The show had a history of cast conflicts. Several of the show's cast members, including Ashton Kutcher and Wilmer Valderrama, were known to have conflicts with each other. These conflicts reportedly led to tension on the set and made filming difficult at times. Some reports suggest that the cast members had a rivalry, which made it hard for them to work together. Some cast members also had conflicts with the show's creator, Mark Brazel, which led to disagreements about the direction of the show. Number 7. The show faced accusations of cultural appropriation. That 70s show featured a primarily white cast, but many of the characters were shown engaging in activities and wearing clothing associated with African American and Latino cultures. Some viewers felt that this was a form of cultural appropriation and that the show should have featured more diverse actors. They argued that the show's creators were not sensitive to the cultural backgrounds of the minorities and that the show failed to represent them accurately. Number 6. The show faced criticism for its portrayal of women. Many viewers felt that the show's female characters were often reduced to stereotypical roles and were not given the same level of development as the male characters. Critics argued that the show's female characters were often portrayed as sexual objects or as overly emotional, which reinforced harmful stereotypes about women. They also pointed out that the show's female characters were not given the same level of depth and complexity as the male characters, which made them less interesting and relatable. Number 5. The show was criticized for its portrayal of LGBT characters. That 70s show featured very few LGBT characters, and when it did, they were often shown in a stereotypical or negative light. Critics argued that the show's creators were not sensitive to the LGBT community and that the show failed to represent them accurately. This lack of representation and portrayal of LGBT characters as stereotypes could have harmed viewers, especially young people, who may have been struggling with their sexuality. Number 4. The show was accused of promoting stereotypes about different ethnic groups. That 70s show featured a wide range of characters from different ethnic backgrounds, but many of these characters were portrayed stereotypically. Critics argued that the show's creators were not sensitive to the cultural backgrounds of these characters and that the show failed to represent them accurately. This lack of representation and portrayal of ethnic groups as stereotypes could have had a negative impact on viewers, especially young people, who may have been struggling with their own identities. Number 3. The show faced criticism for its treatment of mental health issues. That 70s show occasionally touched on serious topics such as mental health issues, but often portrayed them in a comedic or lighthearted manner. Critics argued that this treatment of mental health issues trivialized them and could have had a negative impact on viewers, especially young people, who may have been struggling with their mental health issues. Number 2. The show faced controversy over the treatment of minority characters. That 70s show featured a few minority characters, but they were often portrayed as secondary characters and were not given the same level of development as the main characters. Critics argued that this treatment of minority characters reinforced harmful stereotypes and could have had a negative impact on viewers, especially young people, who may have been struggling with their own identities. Number 1. The show faced criticism for its representation of women in the workplace. That 70s show portrayed women primarily in traditional gender roles, such as housewives or secretaries, and rarely showed them in positions of power or the workplace. Critics argued that this representation of women reinforced harmful stereotypes and could have had a negative impact on viewers, especially young people, who may have been struggling with their career aspirations. So guys, that was it for this video. What did you think about our video? Let us know in the comment section below. If you are new to our channel, be sure to subscribe and ring that notification bell to get notified about our latest videos. Thanks for watching.